Hello friends, I am Mayur Gadvi and welcome to Mayur's Info channel. This video is for 11th Science English Medium computer students. This video is about command line interface of Linux operating system. If you like the video, then please subscribe our channel. So let's start. So 11th Science English Medium subject computer. In the last lecture we saw about Linux operating system, chapter number 6, basic Ubuntu Linux commands. So in the previous lecture we studied what is operating system. The entire work of computer is handled by operating system. So that is the main program in a computer system. We can install two or more than two operating systems also in a single computer. So we also studied about the types of operating system, that is GUI and CLI. GUI means graphical user interface and CLI means command line interface. The old operating systems, Unix and DOS, both these operating systems are command based. It means there is no such facility of graphics. Whatever work we have to do, that we have to do using typing commands. So what is the command that we have to see? Then we also saw types of software. Two types of software are there: licensed software and open source software. Remember, Windows is licensed software, whereas Linux is open source software. Then we also studied about terminal program, where we can write Linux commands. So now in the second chapter, in the second session of chapter 6, we have to see about various shells. So let's see what is a shell. See, whenever you start your computer, in operating system, few programming files get started first, and it loads the entire operating system into memory. So that important programming file, that is known as a shell in Linux. So basically, whenever we start our computer, after that whatever work we do, that is handled by the computer system, that is handled by the operating system. So when we select a particular menu option, that is internally done by the operating system program, whether it is Windows operating system or Linux, doesn't matter. So a shell script, a shell file is like an interface between us and hardware. So whatever we do work, that is handled by shell script files. So the command prompt indicates that the interface is ready to interact with the user in the form of commands. So when you start terminal, it will show you a terminal prompt where we can write commands. It means that the system is ready to take commands. A command is basically a program that accomplishes certain task. So whenever you type something in front of terminal, what it does, it tries to execute it. It tries to understand the command, whatever information you have typed. So a command is a single word that is understandable by the Linux operating system or Windows operating system. Once the prompt is displayed, we can issue commands as described in this chapter. So in this chapter, we have to study about such Linux commands. See, we have not to work with graphical interface of Linux. We have to learn how command prompt is working in Linux operating system. So before discussing various commands, let us revise our knowledge about the term shell. A shell is a command line interface. In short, we can say that terminal in itself is a shell script, is a shell. So shell is a user program or an environment provided for user interaction. It is a command language interpreter that accepts or issues commands, understands it, interacts with the kernel to execute it, and displays results as per given instruction. So when you start terminal, there you can write commands. When you write any command and press enter, it will try to interpret what command you have given, and then it will show you the results accordingly. So a shell is like interpreter. It tries to understand what you have given, what command you have given. Another word here that you have to remember, that is kernel. Remember, kernel is an internal program that takes output from us and tries to take work from machine. So that is known as kernel programming. So numerous shells are available to work on the Ubuntu Linux operating system, but the shells available on a particular systems may vary. Actually, in Linux operating system, there are few popular shell files which are available in Linux and Unix operating system also. So let's see about these shell files, Linux shells. The first one is Bourne shell. Remember, it is also known as sh in short, and this is earliest Unix operating system shell. Remember, Unix operating system is the very first operating system in computers. It was developed first. And Bourne shell is the Unix shell. It is not available in Linux operating system, remember. So it provides basic mechanism for shell script programming. Another shell is C shell. In short, it is known as CSH. There is a very popular programming language known as C language in computer. So there is also a facility of C programming in Linux. So C shell allows C programming syntax in Linux. And remember, the newer version of CSH is known as TCSH. Well, the third shell is Korn shell. In short, it is known as KSH. It combines the features of SH and CSH both. So here you can see Bourne shell is known as SH, CSH, C shell is known as CSH, and Korn shell means KSH is the combination of SH and CSH. And the last shell is BSH shell. Remember, this is also known as SH in short, and this is Linux operating system shell. Bourne shell is Unix shell, whereas BSH shell is the newer version of Bourne shell, and it is available in Linux operating system. So it is the newer version of Bourne shell, Bourne SH. Remember, it is standard shell for all the Linux operating systems nowadays. So whatever Linux operating system we are using, whether it is Red Hat or Ubuntu or Debian, in all these operating systems, BSH shell is the most popular, or you can say the standard shell. So whenever you start Linux operating system, it starts BSH shell, and then the entire work is handled by BSH shell. When you start terminal, it gets started by BSH shell, and when you give any command, it is handled by BSH shell. So that is the active shell in Linux operating system. Now let's see ahead. We have to understand Linux commands one by one. Actually, we have not installed Linux operating system, but if you want to see the Linux commands, then you can start internet. I'll give you one site address. I have bookmarked that. You can see here shell.cloud.google.com. When it gets started, it provides interface that is similar to terminal. So here, if you have not installed Linux operating system, then doesn't matter. Then also you can work with the terminal. It means you can run the Linux commands, but not all commands. Will be able to execute few commands here. So if you want to work with the terminal, and if it is Linux operating system, then what you have to do, you have to select from applications menu. Otherwise, right click on the screen and then select open terminal option that we have seen in the last video. When you start terminal, it will show you a screen like this. Now here you can execute the command. Here you can see a command prompt is given. This is known as command prompt. Here a sign is given. This sign is known as tilde sign, and then dollar prompt is given. In front of dollar prompt, you can write Linux commands. For example, we will see one command. So let's see one command. Suppose clear. Clear command. It clears the screen. So here, one by one, you can give commands and execute it. So let's see all these commands one by one. The first command is cat. Cat /etc/shells. Remember, Linux operating system is case sensitive. It means capital and small letters are different. So whatever command here it is given, that is in small. Remember, the name of the command you have to give, that is in small letters. So let's see the output of cat command. Cat, then space, and then /etc/shells. This command shows the list of all available shells in Linux operating system. So when you press enter, it will show you /bin/sh/bin/bsh, rbash, dash, pwsh. All these are the shells available in Linux operating system. So this way, using cat /etc/shells command, you can see the list of shells in Linux. Same way, let's see another command. Now we need to see which is the default shell among this. So there is a command echo $shell. So let's give this command echo. Here echo is the name of command. The first word that you give in front of $prompt, that is known as Linux command. So here cat is also command, echo is also command. //etc/shells, this is called argument actually. So echo $, then shell you have to give in capital. When you give this command, it will show you which is the default shell. Here the default shell is bash, and it is given its name is given with its full address also, /bin/bash. It means it is available inside bin directory. So as we have studied about the 4 shells, Bourne shell, C shell, Corn shell, and bash shell. Among this bash shell, we have studied that that is the standard shell for all the Linux operating systems nowadays. So here also this bash is active shell. It means all the works are handled by bash shell. So if you want to know which shell is active just now, you can give command dollar echo dollar shell. Then it will show you the name /bin/bsh. Remember here shell that you have to give in capital, and in front of shell we have given dollar sign. This shell is a variable. We can also create our own variable and store a value inside it, but this is Linux variable. When you start Linux operating system, it will also create few variables and it will store it into computer's memory. So this shell stores the value of currently active shell, that is BASH. And if you want to print a variable's value, then you have to use dollars. You have to give echo command, and then you have to give dollar variable name, and that is why we have given echo dollar shell. See, I will show you. If you give this in small letters, then it will not give you answer. This is not proper. It is because Linux is case sensitive. So here you have to give echo dollar, then you are not to give any space. Directly you have to write the variable name echo dollar shell. Then it will show you the currently active shell. Let's see another command. So two commands we have seen. The first one is cat/etc/shells. This command shows all the available shells in our Linux operating system. Same way, another command is echo dollar shell. It shows the currently active shell. You can also change the currently active shell by giving the command C shell. For example, if you want to make C shell active, then you can give CSH. Then CSH will become active shell, and then you can also use C language commands. Now, if you want to come out of terminal program, then you can give command exit. Otherwise, you can also press Ctrl+D. See, you are not to type Ctrl+D, just hold the Control key from the keyboard and then you have to press D once. Then also it will close the terminal window. So this way, if you want to come out the terminal, then you can use Ctrl+T. Ctrl+T is the shortcut key for closing terminal. So in this chapter, we have to study several commands like this. So let's see the command syntax. A command is made up of three parts: command name, options, and arguments. Command name. It is the name of the command. For example, ls. ls is a command. Echo. This command already we have seen. So these are the commands. Here you can see ls. We have not written, but cat, you can see cat is command. Then another is echo. These two are commands. When you give ls, it will show you the list of files and folders in your current directory. So when you give ls and press enter, it will show you what is stored inside our directory. Goa, Gujarat, Rajasthan, readme, all these are the files and directories. So readme is a file and these three are directories. See, directory it will show you in blue color, whereas file it will show you in regular color. This is the difference between file and directory. This way you can distinguish files and directories. So the first part is command name, while the second is option. It is possible to alter the behavior of the commands, to change the behavior of a command by specifying additional option. So when you specify an option, it will change the behavior of a command little bit. How? Let's see. For example, if I give ls command, then it will show you files and folders available in your current directory. But if you give ls space minus l, here minus l is option, then it will also show you all the information regarding file and folders. You can see each and every separate line is given for each and every file. So here this is the entire line for Goa, this is for Gujarat, and it shows all the information regarding particular file or folder. So it alters the behavior of ls. If you give only ls, then it will just show you files and folder names. But if you give ls minus l, then it will show you the full details of a file, of all the files and folders. You can see here it shows the time and date. It means where when this file was created. If you give ls minus a, here minus a is also option, then it will show you all the files including hidden files. Here you can see the file names given starting with dot character. All these files are hidden files. So it shows all the files and folders including hidden. So here minus a is option. In short, you can say that option changes the behavior of a command. Options when present starts with hyphen symbol. So in front of option you have to give hyphen sign, minus sign, and are usually a single letter or a digit. Some commands may have options with double hyphen or sequence of letters or digits, that we'll see further. So depending on the command, the number and meaning of the options will vary. So there can be several options in a command. Third is arguments. Along with options, user can also provide arguments. A command may take 0 or more arguments to do its work. So remember, this line is very important. An argument is necessary to accomplish the work of a command. Let's see one example. Suppose there is a file named readme-cloud shell, but this is very long name. Let's create a file. For example, we will create a file named abc.txt. If you want to create a file, then you have to give cat command. So cat command is also used to create a file. For that, the syntax is cat greater than sign and then abc.txt. Greater than sign shows that the output, whatever we write, that we have to store inside abc.txt. Now I am writing here, this is my first file. Now if you want to close this file, or you can say if you want to save this file, then you have to give Control D. Again, when you give ls command, it will show you abc.txt file. Now let's see how argument works. Now there is a command cp. Cp command. Cp means copy. Cp command is used to copy a file. So cp command needs two arguments. The first argument is abc.txt here. It means the existing file name. And another I will give the name a1.txt. So cp command needs minimum two arguments to accomplish the copy task. So it will create another file named a1.txt from abc.txt. When you give ls command, it will show you a1.txt file also created from abc.txt, copied from abc.txt. So this way you can use argument. Here in cp command there are two arguments. Minimum we need to give two arguments. So remember, in a command syntax there are three things: name, options and arguments. Here command name is compulsory, ls echo, whereas options are not compulsory. Option is used to change the behavior of a command, and hyphen sign is used in front of option character. Whereas argument is necessary to accomplish the task of a command. If you just give cp command, then it will not complete its work. It will not be able to complete work. It will show you message missing file operand. So here two arguments are compulsory. First the existing file name and another new file name. So argument is necessary to accomplish the work of a command. Now in Linux there are several commands. Remember, few commands are known as internal commands and few commands are known as external commands. Remember, commands stored inside Linux shell, or you can say shell file. These commands are known as internal commands, whereas external commands contain separate file. So if there is a separate file for a command, then that command is external command, whereas commands available inside shell file, then it is known as internal command. If you want to know whether a particular command is internal or external, you can use type command. Type, and then you have to give the name of command. So in front of $sign you have to give type and then the name of the command. You can find out whether it is external or internal command. I think this command is not available in our cloud shell. Type info, not found. It means this command is not available here. So if you have installed Linux operating system, then you can see the output of this command. Now let's see one interesting command, that is cal. Remember, cal command shows the calendar of the current month. Remember the remember this sentence. It shows the calendar of the specific month, or you can say the current month. For example, cal and press enter. It shows December 2020's calendar. But it is also possible to see the calendar of previous or future month. For example, let's see cal 9 2018. Then it will show you the calendar of September 2018. If you omit the month, for example, if you directly write 2021, then it will show you the entire calendar of 2021, means all months. So this way you can view the output. Here remember 9 and 2018, these are the arguments of cal command. Option contains minus sign. Clear? Now when you write cal 2018, then it will show you the entire calendar of 2018. But you can see here, we are able to see from April to December. To see the month January, February and March, we need to scroll it up. But if you want to see this page wise, then you can use cal 2018, then you have to give pipe sign from keyboard and then command more. Here more is also command, remember. So more command shows the information page wise. As you can see here, it will show you first 9 months, and then when you press enter, it will show you October, November and December, all these months. So this way you can display information page wise. So the command is cal 01 2013. It will show you the calendar of January 2013. Same way you can use pipe sign and display information page wise.